What is up, beautiful fish lovers, and welcome to Puff Daddy Reef. Today we are doing a new type of video. It's an off-the-cuff, quick video in the messy house with the messy tank as things are right now. But I really wanted to show you what is going on without spending too much time editing, because I have a really cool, highly edited shark feeding video and all about shark nutrition that is coming out next week. So for today, we're going to do just a quick rundown of all of the stuff that has been updated on this reef. This reef has probably the best view of any fish I could ever imagine. Look at these guys. They just get to hang out all day, floating over the city, looking at what's going on. And something really nice about this reef, I like the aesthetics of it, and that's why I'm really glad that I got a Peninsula. It serves as a great room divider, but it's just fun to look through it. Of course, it does not look natural at all to have your fish swimming over the sky, but it looks pretty cool. So what did I change? I have a lot of changes, starting with the lights. I finally went all out on the Kessil A360X. I've got 4 of them there. They're all daisy chained with a K-Link. Just kidding, not really K-Link, it's a USB-C. Much cheaper. So buy a USB-C online for you can get 3 for $8 already with the L bent in, and you can save yourself the $20 they charge you per cable. So hint to everyone else, but the cable management up top actually looks pretty good. The only thing I'd like to do is find a way to tuck that auto fish feeder down a little bit, but I was away on travel, so I had that thing set up. And for the past couple days, I've just been running the Kessil lights, not the T5s, because I'm acclimating some new coral. So I watched a video on Tidal Gardens. Tidal Gardens has awesome videos, and also Fan is just a relaxing guy, so he's got a nice smooth voice. So if you ever need to relax and watch some coral videos, check out his. But I got some leptos from him. Overall, they did pretty good. This Acropora forbensi did not survive transit, and this one gold Midas lepto had a lot of problem. It was Black Friday. Lots of crazy stuff was going on with shipping. Boxes were probably getting thrown around by UPS left and right, so I don't fault them at all. And they're gonna reimburse me for the coral that kind of got jostled around and the bag kind of deflated. But back to the tank, it is doing really well. One of the things that I started doing is dosing Vibrant. It's been all over Bulk Reef Supply and other places. Vibrant is some magical thing that'll clean up your tank and eat away different algae. And I've been doing it for about 6 weeks now, and it's actually done pretty well. I've had a couple weird instances. I had one random algae that just cropped up. It was a real light algae, took over everything, and then just disappeared overnight. So I don't know what that was. I also had a red slime kind of infection that was already there before I started dosing Vibrant, and I took care of that with the chemical. There's a red slime chemical out there that's just absolutely amazing. I'll post a video on that, but that took care of that in 48 hours. So now the only thing that I am dosing this Vibrant for is to work on bubble algae, and after 6 weeks I have had 0 success with the Vibrant eliminating bubble algae. Bulk Reef Supply told me to hang in there. Maybe it'll work, so I'm gonna hang in there. Here's a nice shot of the tank from this angle, and one thing you'll notice is the coralline algae is just out of control. This rock, that's not painted, that's coralline algae. This entire thing, just solid purple. And I'd probably attribute this to I dose calcium and alkalinity pretty solid, but I actually don't have a lot of SPS coral. I will someday, but right now, just this guy working on it. And so the coralline algae is out of control. I just washed some of my pumps, and look at this. The water is just pink purple. There's almost a millimeter of gunk on there, so that's insane. But look at this tank. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is this is a shark tank. Yes, believe it or not, I have had my Epaulette shark in here for almost about a year. And so he's a year old. He's been living in this tank, and let me tell you, it has been a little bit of a struggle at times with him in here, just keeping things clean. You got to do your water changes, make sure you have a properly sized skimmer. I got a pretty large skimmer in here. But because I didn't load it up with additional sharks, just one shark and a low bio load, he's been actually able to do pretty well. And you might not see him here because this guy spends his entire day, every day, sleeping. That's right, every single day. He just sleeps under this tiny, tiny rock. Napoleon, come out! His name's Napoleon because he wears epaulettes, and Napoleon also wore epaulettes, so there you can see him. It's a little fin down there, so maybe we will get some cool shark feeding videos in the next episode, but this one is a general tank check-in. So another thing that's happened is I have been fragging like crazy. So these are my pectina frags, and this is from a single pectina coral that I bought maybe 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, for like 75 bucks. I got this tiny frag. Now look at it. Look at all these frags. And like every time I frag it, I don't even know where the frags came from. Like, do you notice this thing just had like 10 frags taken off? I don't notice. So, great coral. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a very hungry coral. It has big tentacles, but it's also pretty hardy. And here's my clam. He is also massive. I bought this guy about 2 years ago, and he was like a couple inches, and now he is like, I don't know, 7 inches wide. This is a Dresa clam. And another thing that I got is a little clam here. This guy is a Gigas clam. Gigas clam? Gigas clam? Gigas clam? Whatever. It's a giant clam. It is the biggest clam in the world. They had some captive bred specimens from Aura, so I got those. Other things to note, my cabinets are horribly misaligned. I think actually over time, something kind of broke in this here. Another thing that I've noticed is there's a tiny bit of rust that accumulates in there, which is quite surprising. Under the hood, not much has changed. We got the Red Sea skimmer skimming away like crazy. And then I also just picked up the auto top-off kit from Neptune System version 2. And the reason why I got this over the Tunzi, for most people I'd recommend the Tunzi because it's 100% reliable. You can count on it, you can trust it. The first version of this auto top-off kit had some problems with some of the sensors, but this version is supposedly improved. The pump and the sensors have been improved, so we're going to see how that goes. But the reason why I got this is now I can control it all from my Apex, and this extra sensor I put down there will actually tell me when my top-off water is low, and it's just a nice comfort when I'm away. I don't have to be looking for bubbles in the tank from my webcam. I can just see if the sensor is low, and then I know that I need to ask someone to stop by and top it off. So overall, this part of the tank is doing okay, except I moved my mangroves and they kind of just got toasted by that light. So they're about gone. And then I have a little coral farm down here, which is doing pretty well. And that's basically all that's under the hood. And then I've also upgraded some of my pumps. So I'm doing some maintenance right now, cleaning those other pumps. So this guy kind of fell off, but that's a Hydor Corellia pump. And it's actually, the magnets for it are designed for up to 1/2 inch or 0.6 inches, and this is 3/4. So it's a little weak on the magnets, but that's okay for me because I really like the pumps. They're cheap, and with the controller, I can have 4 in there and create a lot of interesting flows from the back. So that is a big, major update on this tank. Once again, the shark is doing really well, but he pretty much sleeps all day, and it is the middle of the day. Also, other guys that are doing really well is this Anthias, this square Anthias. It's like prettiest fish ever. And look, he's just like a space flying over the city, space fish. Very pretty fish. Now with the Anthias, you have to feed a lot because they're hungry, or more feed frequently rather than feed a lot. And so that's another reason why I still use this auto fish feeder. So every day at noon, I feed an extra morsel when I'm away. I always feed at night, and once in a while I'll feed in the morning, and that's a good balance. My favorite food to feed in the morning when I like to keep things light is actually fish eggs, but it's kind of hard to find the really small fish eggs that are sold by the same brand, I think San Francisco Bay brand, but they sell these tiny little eggs, and it's a very clean food. It's a good snack for the fish. That's my favorite thing to feed in the morning. At night, some mixture between marine cuisine and emerald entree and mysis and just whatever sort of pre-packaged cube that I have. So that is the tank, the innovative marine, no, not innovative marine. This is the Red Sea Reefer 650 Peninsula, hanging out in the penthouse. Sorry about the mess, but what a view. So this is a quick, simple video, nothing fancy. If you like my videos though, please do subscribe. Also leave a comment if you have any questions. I will answer every single comment, every single question on this video. So please leave a question. Ask me, you know, what is it like to have a pet shark in a reef tank? Any questions about my interesting corals, like this guy, what is that? What is that? Looks like green star polyp, but it branches. That's a special one. And anything about, you know, taking care of my clams. This is the funnest hobby I could ever imagine. And so if you're new, I'd love to help you get started and figure out what is it like to keep a reef tank, because there are just endless amounts of things you can do to expand your horizons in reefing. Try different things and learn, and we're all learning together. We're learning about the ocean together, and we're propagating coral species to ensure that they will live forever. So thank you very much. Once again, like and subscribe. I'll catch you later on another episode.